Question of the day.
Yeah, so what is the question of the day?
Our question of the day comes from Michelle. She was asking about an in-service distribution, what that is, and how you actually go about doing it.
All right, let's hear her question.
Hey, my name is Michelle. I'm 63 years old, and I have a question about getting money out of my 401k. I've heard about an in-service distribution. Can you tell me how that works?
All right, that's a good question.
Yeah. So basically...
Well, yeah, what's the answer?
Yeah, so an in-service distribution is basically when you're 59 and a half, you would be able to move the funds out of your work 401k into an IRA in your own name.
Right. And what's the whole point of that? I mean...
Well, the reason you would do it is because it would be in your name, in your control, and you'd be able to protect it, which you're not able to do with your 401k.
So if you do that, what kind of taxes are you paying to basically move your whole life savings in that 401k into this separate vehicle?
Well, the in-service distribution is basically an IRS rule. They know that the 5 years before retirement is a time of danger for someone who plans to retire. So the whole point is to put it in something where you would have control and be able to protect it. So it's it's not taxable.
So I know recently we had an individual come in. They were scared of the weather coming in, and he actually did this.
Yeah. That was the guy who you showed him. He was in step 2 of the AIM retirement system, and you showed him how his 401k was allocated.
Right.
And I think he had less than a year to retire.
Yeah, like 6 months, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So you show him. He gets freaked out. He realizes that he could lose this money, whatever, if the market goes down 30%.
Right.
And then, so he learns, okay, we're going to do the in-service distribution. And he basically set up the meeting, and then it starts snowing, and it gets dark out, and like his wife didn't want to.
Yeah, she wasn't a big fan of driving.
She's like you.
Yeah, I don't like driving in the snow either.
But he came over anyway because he wanted to get the in-service done.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that night, yeah, you're right, Austin. That night he definitely slept well. But yeah, I mean, that's how it works. It's pretty easy. How you usually do it.
You just have to call the 800 number on the statement, and you move the funds from that check into your IRA.
Phone call, and then I guess some of them don't even take a phone call anymore.
Some of them might have paperwork.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare. I say most are a phone call and 20-minute call, and you have it underway.
So how long does it take, would you say, typically like 2 or 3 weeks to protect your 401k?
Yeah, it's usually, a couple of days for them to actually process it, and about 10 days in the mail.
I just think it's the best thing to do. And if I'm really thinking about it clearly, I've never had a person not feel good about like a breath of fresh air or relief, I guess.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. But
So let's just summarize what we talked about today.
Yeah.
We have the in-service distribution. That is the solution to the problem that there are with people being in these target date funds and maybe not having
the solution.
Yeah, not having their 401ks in safety.
I agree. I mean, that's definitely what it comes down to. Like I said, I don't know if it's right for everybody. In my mind, it is.
You really have to protect that nest egg that you've built up.
I feel like that's the whole point of the entire show today, is protecting what you have. When Dr. Wade Pfau says there is a fragile decade surrounding your retirement date. The man is right. And we are just basically saying that most people are not aware of that. Most people, their retirement becomes at risk when they're at 60. They have all this money sitting in a 401k. It is there is an opportunity out there to do an in-service distribution. Most people don't know that the IRS allows them to do that tax-free.
Right.
And why wouldn't you protect what you have? If you truly are ready for retirement in the next 4 to 5 years, why wouldn't you put yourself in a position where you can say, I don't have to worry?
Right, rather than have to work longer if something happens.